You know when you just know it is going to be a fabulous day. Absolutely, it is going to be here on Crafters TV. It's going to be trouble. I'm calling it now. It's going to be trouble because Johnny and Charlotte are in the gallery. Leann is there. It's their fake Friday. Leann is absolutely full of beans without Weetabix, I hope. And we're going to have a lovely show, aren't we? We're going to have a lovely day as well, Leann.
I've had my Weetabix this morning.
Have you?
Yeah, I had
Not
two.
with beans on them?
No. I had my Weetabix this morning with some warm milk and a sprinkle of sugar. It's delicious. So I've got all the energy. I can't wait for this craft vault.
I'm loving that top. I'm loving your blouse today. Gorgeous.
Thank you, darling. It's a little bit of Wallace.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
So classy, isn't she, Leann? She really, really is. Loads of you chatting away. If you want to have some fun, honestly, stick around today because I've got 3 shows with Leann today. I've also got an awesome craft along coming up with Craig. Got 1 today too. So it's going to be the most fabulous day. Loads of you saying hi to me already. Kim Holdings in from a very cold Littlehampton. Patty's in Michigan. Barbara's in Riverside. Who else have we got here? Jodie's in Texas. Sarah in Illinois. It was the coldest night in the UK last night in 25 years. Can you believe that? In parts of Scotland, minus 22.9 degrees. It was only minus 6 or 7 here, wasn't it, Leann? It was all right.
It was about minus 6 or 7, but shut the front door.
And the back
didn't
door.
know that it had been the coldest night in 25 years.
Absolutely.
It was very, very cold, but I've been getting new windows in, Joe.
Oh, you've had new windows in?
I'm having new windows in at home, so it wasn't quite as cold as it might have been. So maybe I was feeling a little bit tropical last night. Because I had new windows and the heating ramped right up.
Oh, it's always summer in Whit and Gilbert. Right, let's dive right in and show you some of the stuff that's coming up on the show. Right, Santa's Kitchen. I want to show you the recipe Santa's die. No, the recipe Stamp and Dies from Santa's Kitchen. Now, the great thing about these, well, they're not just for Christmas. You can definitely use them all year round. You've got 3 in here, which is awesome. So you've got Comfort and Joy, which is your Comfort and Joy and cookies, which is absolutely awesome. You've got real recipes in here that you're going to be able to use. And incredible tags also that you can use. We've also got Baking Spirits Bright as well. This one's got a beautiful homemade fruit muffin on here. Leann's my little homemade fruit muffin, aren't you, Leann? And we've also then got Sweet Season's Wishes, which is a gorgeous homemade luscious hot chocolate. Oh, get a swig of Baileys in there. Absolutely, you're going to be set for those cold winter nights, aren't you?
Absolutely. A cuddle in a cup, that's what you are, Joe.
Absolutely.
You are a cuddle in a cup.
It would be a big cup. £26.98 or $35.98. I told you how it's going to go, guys. We're 4 minutes in. £26.98 or $35.98 if you want to get your hands on these. What you're also getting as well is you're also getting the ribbons in there too. So we're going to give you some gorgeous navy and pink ribbons and also some lovely lilac ribbons. They're going to be in there for free for you. £21.58 or $28.78 as a Club Inspire Platinum member, saving you £33 or $45. Shut the front door and call me Santa Claus. What an incredible deal. Get these now because yes, they are wintry as well as being sort of holiday themed, but also I think you're going to pack these away and you're really going to use them. They were one of the most, I think it's fair to say, Leann, one of the most popular Stamp and Die sets that we did in the run-up to Christmas last year.
Absolutely they are, but you know, you make a very good point there because it is just about, it's about feel good. So for example, the hot chocolate one you were looking at there, Joe, where I'm saying you're a cuddle in a cup, genuinely you could make that for any time of year for someone who just feels like they need a cuddle that's in a cup, a nice hot chocolate. Absolutely. So it doesn't just have to be about Christmas, just leave your little Christmas sentiments until you need them to give as a gift at Christmas. But there is so much usability in that set the whole year round. Awesome. Right, what I want to do is encourage you to get yourself over to craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au. There you can see everything on the show. We're going to whiz through. Now, you know what happens in Craft Vault, don't you? You know that not everything makes it to the latest show. If you see something you want to get your hands on, then absolutely do grab it. All different demonstrations, all new demonstrations from Leann in that later show. So make sure you watch both, even if you bought in this show. Some Chloe stuff on the show, which is absolutely awesome. Love this. You're saving 40% here. You've got that beautiful dress. It's the frilly dress Stamp and Die set. And you've also got that love sentiment in there as well, which is absolutely fantastic. We've also got, I think I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. We've got the embossing folders for you on the show today. And what you do is you basically buy the gilding wax and one of the embossing folders. We'll give you the other one for free. $18.98 or $26.94 is your price there. Now, some double-sided box dies for you on the show. The hexagons. How difficult would it be to make a hexagon on a scoreboard? Plot twist, very difficult. It's all done for you here, and you get the ribbons, £22 or $30 if you want to get your hands on those. There's also a fantastic birthday card collection in here. You've got some double-sided dies, you've got some sentiments, and you've got a topper there. Really lovely little selection. Again, half price. Of course, less than half price. Everyone's getting some extra discount there as well. We've also got some Sarah's signature collection in the show for you as well. A quarter of this is already gone. You're going to need to be quick for this. Look at the saving there. Club Inspire Platinum members save $22.56 or $34.40. Make sure you get your crafted claws on those before they sell out. We've also then got as well the layering stencils, which I absolutely adore. A fifth of the stock's already gone just on the pre-sale alone here. So make sure you get your hands on them. $5.59 or $5.56 if you want to get your hands on those. If you want to chat away with me in the comments, please do. I'd love to know how cold it was where you were last night. -7 for us, -22, which is not the coldest ever temperature though, you know, Leann. -26. Is the record apparently, so we weren't far off.
Wow, in the UK -26.
-26 in Aberdeenshire.
Wow, that is cold.
Really, really cold. Right, Leann, without further ado, what do you fancy guiding us through first?
I thought we'd have a look at that fantastic Crafty Fun set because it really is excellent value for money, but I love the real kind of crafty feel I get from my cards with that, and actually really usable for lots of different things, like bring a little bit of colour into your life if you're feeling down. Doesn't have to always be about craft. So what I've done is get quite a few bits ready because I've got lots I want to show you, and the first thing I've done is stamp out, using the stamp set, this fab little pot with the brushes in, the ruler, the sparkle pen, the paintbrush, and the paintbrush here. So I've got those all cut out ready. Now what you've got in the same set are the dies, which will cut those little pieces out for you, and they are perfectly sized. Now you've seen us line up dies and run them through a machine many times on our crafters shows here, and so what I'm not going to do is spend time doing that. I'm going to spend time showing you how I would colour them and then how I would assemble the card. So I'm moving those dies to one side because you can see how they line up, and then very simple to colour this in. I like to use my tri-blend because it's just quick, easy and fun. So just pop a little bit of colour on wherever you would like it. So let's do.
Are there any of our Spectrum Noir colouring mediums that wouldn't work with this collection, Leann?
No, all of them will work. You can
even your ink pads.
Sorry?
Even your ink pads.
Even your ink pads. Because I'm using ink pads for the background actually, but if you wanted to paint the detail in with your ink pads, then what you could do is just stamp your ink pad onto your glass mat and pick up that colour with a brush and paint it directly to your stamped image. Just whatever it is that you've got at home, all of the colouring mediums will work with this collection. And because the thing is with these, you don't have to worry about getting all of the light and shade in the right place because it's such a fun collection. We're just getting colour down on there. And sometimes it's nice to do that, Joe, not have to put any pressure on yourself about, are you getting the shading in the right place? Is it looking, I've just missed a bit of that paintbrush there, I have to put that right. Is it looking as perfect as it can? Actually, it's just about getting some colour on there and celebrating the joy of colour, which is what we're doing with this collection. I think it lends itself to that very well. So you see, I'm just colouring in these, and I've got some already coloured.
Really busy for this already, Leann. When it's gone wigging. So make sure you get your hands on it. I told you what you're saving as a platinum member, didn't I? It's unbelievable. You're saving $22.56 or $34.40. Leann, you get it for an awesome price of £6.40 or $10.40 today as a platinum member.
For all of that?
For all of it. If you haven't got it, you need to get it, don't you? It's you must have it price.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic for all of that, I have to say. So you're just going to colour all of the pieces in, and I'm just going to show you how I fake water. So I've started to do the brushes in the little pot there. I've already got them done, and we'll cut to them in a sec and put the card together. But just to fake the water in there, I just take my tri-blend, and all I do is go around just the perimeter of the pot, just the lines. I don't colour the whole thing in solid because water wouldn't look solid blue. So I just go around and I make a suggestion of it like that. And then it looks like there is water in the pot. You're giving a suggestion if that's what it would be like.
So funny, isn't it? One of the things I've learned, the standout thing that I take away from the colouring shows we've done together, is that sometimes not colouring things, but colouring the area around it implies that it is coloured or is another colour.
which is a bit of a sort of a brain hack, really, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. It's like one of those brain puzzles. You're 100% right. So we just give a suggestion. Now people know that they are paintbrushes stood in water because we've done that little blue outline. You don't have to colour the thing solid. So that's what I've done. I've coloured them in. I've got them ready here. And you can see then I've cut them out with the dies ready to start assembling. Now I've done a really pretty inked background here for my card, and you've seen us do this lots and lots of times. It's very, very simple to do, Jo. Just take your Harmony water reactive ink pads. I've got a couple here. I'm going to do a tiny little piece for you because there's so much more I want to show you. And I've got my blending tools. You'll simply take your blending tool and rub the ink directly onto the card, and there where the colours cross over, this is just with Harmony Water Reactive there, where the colours cross over, that's where it'll go green. So if you're wondering how I've got this green colour in the middle here, it was just using these two colours of Parakeet and Lemon Tonic, and then as they mix together on the card, the yellow will come through. So just build up those colours in an ombre that you would like to build it in. Build it up, take your time or do it quickly, whichever you prefer, and this is what you will end up with using those two colours.
Awesome technique.
Lemon Tonic and Parakeet. And you build up all of the colours in between. Really bright and vibrant. I'm all about colour at the minute, Jo, everywhere. In my clothes, I'm decorating some things at home, and I'm going mad with colour. And I think that's because life just feels a bit grey and boring at the minute.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
And so I'm filling myself with colour all around, so it's a good opportunity for a card like this to really get out the colours and the inks and things that you've got at home and make the most of them. So I've just matted and laid that onto a little bit of black and a piece of blue in the background, doing the same for all of the little panels I've got here, always using my Collal all-purpose glue. As you all know, if you've been watching Crafter's Companion for a while, if you've been watching me for a while, it is, in my opinion, the best glue in the world. It's fabulous. So
we had 4 of them on as a collection yesterday. You'd be able to go back and grab those actually. There was a 4-pack that you could get with a nice little discount on them if you wanted to stock up.
You always just need to get more than you think you need, because once you've used it, you will never stop using it. And then I've done a very basic stepper card. So I've just cut a width of card, and then I've scored the half point and the half point again, folded it back on itself, creates a nice little fold back. Okay. So we'll just layer up the pieces of card on here, again using all-purpose, very quickly.
Oh, almost a third of this gone now, Leanne. Really, really busy. A lot of you in the ordering process as well. Any stock updates that I give you, that's people that have checked out. So if you want this, fair to say now, 11, 13 minutes into this show, it's not going to be here for the later show. If you want to get it, if you want to get some Sarah signature, well, I'm going to say it, probably the best price I've ever seen any Sarah signature at, even in a craft vault, then you will need to be quick with it. If it's in your basket, please do think about checking it out. It is a bit of a scramble, a bit of a scrum getting these in your baskets this morning. Lots of people saying hello. Rita says hi from a blustering cold island. Teresa says good morning from Maryland. Sarah, of course, is in Melbourne, Australia, where they're having a heat wave at the moment, and they are all out eating al fresco. Oh, it looks beautiful. I've got friends in Melbourne. The pictures, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say they make me sort of jealous. Well, they do make me jealous. That is exactly what they make me. So yes, but 28 degrees there, Leanne.
It's lovely, isn't it? So that's just that little paint palette that I've cut out on some craft card. You can see that there. And then additionally in that set, you get the little dies which cut the brush, and then all of the little pieces which are the colours for your paint palette, or the little tips for your brush. So you can just decide what colour you want, and you could use these actually as little decorative pieces in the background, which is what I like to do sometimes. So I've got little brush tips in all of the pretty colours, so I've got a little bit of a rainbow confetti effect happening, and you can cut as many of those out as you like and then just position them all around your card if that's what you'd like to do.
Really
and then
lovely.
We just make up our little paint palette by popping the colours on there. And when you cut it out, you get the little emboss area, so you can see. I just need to put a little bit of tape pen on there. I'm going to put a dot of all-purpose glue where I want them.
Diane says you got 2 of those 4-piece sets yesterday, the all-purpose, and she
Yeah.
agrees with you that it's fabulous. Mariah's got herself stocked up on blending tools as well. You can never have enough of them, she says.
You can't. Blending tools and Collal all-purpose. If I haven't got like 2 bottles of Collal all-purpose at home which are not open, ready for me to open, I start getting twitchy.
Okay.
I've got to have them. and because I need to know that it's there when I need it. And to be fair, every project I make with Kalal all purpose. And the same with blending tools, because I might not have time or be bothered to wash them, the little sponges, and so I like to have them there so they're ready to go. So you can just pop your little paint colours on, the ones that I cut out. Take your 2 little brushes that come, and then what I do is just pop them through so it looks like they're poking out of the little palette there. There we go, there and there. That can get positioned on here. You can pop a little coloured tip on there if you want to, and then take all of the other little things that I was showing you, the little decorative pots, the rulers, etc., and just position them all around. And
Beautiful.
You get a really happy card that could just be a celebration of life and colour. It doesn't have to be crafty
Absolutely
at all.
amazing. And the thing is, Leann, you could make that card for £8. You can make that card 100 times for £8. That's all it's going to cost you. In fact, you know what? As a Platinum member, you can make that card for £6.40 or $10.40. Platinum members are saving over £22, over $34. It's really busy though, guys. I would say you need to get that in your basket ASAP if you want to get your hands on it, which is fantastic. Lots of people saying hi still this morning. Lots of people letting me know how warm or cold it is where they are, which I love a bit of weather chat. I love a bit of weather banter. Jeffrey says -7 C in New Hampshire. Oof. Sarah Brown's very warm, muggy 24 degrees tonight in Melbourne. Shadai says, good morning, Prince Joe and Queen Leann. Oh, what lovely names. It is -13 in Ottawa at the moment. Ouch. Tammy saying hi. Veronica's in from Kerman, California, where it's 44 degrees, lovely. Nancy saying hi in South Florida. Diane's in, it's lovely and warm in Virginia by the looks of it. Pam saying hi. Penguin said it's so cold in Edinburgh that she can see icicles hanging from the roof out the window, which has never happened before. Gosh, it is cold. Lots of you still chatting away. Snooze you lose you. Sonia says, even though I own 3 of the 4, I still bought this because it's worth it for such a great price to complete my collection. And Lauren Miller saying, good morning, Joe. Leann and Joe, these are all so cute. Yes, they are indeed. Very, very busy start to this craft vault. Let me just quickly remind you what you're getting in that collection there. So you're going to get some gorgeous little stamps, which are these ones just here. You've got this one just here, which is your artist one. I mean, that on its own, right, that element there, the stylish stationery, I believe that. Is it stylish stationery? Oh, sorry, tools of the trade, that one is there. So $7.99. So basically, you're paying for this, you're getting the stamps. Now, the stamps, they were worth, the stamps on their own, if you bought the stamps, $4.99, you're not paying for those. You're paying for that one. The artist palette on its own, if you went for that, $5.99, and you've got the stationery there as well. Now, the stationery, $9.99. You're getting all of it for a great price. I can reiterate it in so many ways, but you need to get it. Third of the stock is gone, with almost that amount of stock in baskets at the moment as well. So you know how quickly that is going to go. Right, layering stencils, absolutely adore these, because what you're getting, and especially for this price, it's amazing. Should be $15.98, you're paying a third of that. Now, a third of the stock here is gone. What you're getting essentially is 3 stencils in one. Now, you can use those 3 stencils individually, or what you can do is use them together, and boom, you create that there, which is brilliant. Exactly the same here for the Seamless Argyle. Let me show you some of the gorgeous projects you're going to be able to create. Hello, how beautiful is that? And also there in the Argyle too. When you triple the stencils, you triple the interest, you triple the craftability, you triple the fun. I think it's fair to say. $5.59. What are you going to get that for as a £4.47? Or $4.45. I mean, we're basically giving them away today. I can imagine they probably cost us more than that to manufacture. Then what we've got is, look at Leann scowling at the pricing here. Leann knows what these cost.
Well, you're getting all of that for that.
Yeah, both of those. All 6 stencils for that.
My word.
Does anyone else always want to just dip their push their finger right in the gilding wax? Is it that only, just look at it, I just want to go right in it, but I'm not going to, because it's just, and it smells gorgeous as well. I'm not going to taste it, but I reckon it probably tastes disgusting. So with this, what's awesome about these is what you're doing is you've got 2 folders here, okay? So you've got the French lace, which is that one just there, and then you've also got the country garden. Both of them beautiful, but basically, when you get this in this configuration, we give you one of the embossing folders totally free of charge. I know, $18.98 to get all of that, Leann.
That is incredibly
Is this
good.
your first craft vault, Leann?
I mean, No, but I'm always amazed. It seems to be that we get more ridiculous offers every craft vault I've been on. That is fantastic value for money, Joe. Really, it is.
Yeah, it really, really is fantastic value for money. I'm just gonna warn you again about the crafty fun. I don't know how long it's going to last in this show. If it's in your basket, please check it out. Right, it's your bat, your ball, your court today, Leanne. What do you fancy doing next?
We're going to have a look at those 3D embossing folders, actually, Joe, because I love a little bit of 3D embossing, and 3D embossing folders and Gilded Wax could not be a more perfect combination. And I thought it would take a little bit of time just to talk to you about the different combination you need for a 3D folder. So we've got here a piece of black card and a 3D embossing folder. I'm just going to pop that inside and then run it through the Gemini Junior. Now, what you need to be careful of is using the correct sandwich. So for a 3D folder, you're going to use your clear plate, your folder with your card inside, and your frosted shim. That is it. You do not need the addition of the extra clear folder that you get when you're doing your regular die cutting or your regular 2D embossing. That is the sandwich you need. Now, depending on the folder, the thickness of the material that you've got inside the folder, the weight of the cardstock, your machine, you might need to add in your magnetic shim. I would only do that after you've tried it without it first and assessed the embossing effect to make sure whether you're happy with that result or not. So always go the least amount that you think you're going to need, and then build up from there should you feel you need a little bit more. So to have a check, I just lift that up and peek, and I can see I haven't quite got the effect I want on that one. So what I would then do is add in the magnetic shim and pop it through. Now that is probably to do with the weight of the piece of cardstock I'm using, but I thought it was worthwhile taking the time just for a couple of seconds to explain that to you and show you, because you might get your 3D embossing folder home and think, doesn't quite look as deep, as impressive as the one Leanne was showing on air, and now you've seen what you need to do to make sure that you get maximum out of them when you get them home. Now I have got amazing 3D texture on here, very difficult to see on a piece of black card, but that is going to pop for you when we use our gilding wax.
Getting really busy on this collection now as well.
Let me show you what I mean.
It's going to be one of those shows where everything you touch turns to a sellout today, Leanne. That is the way it's going today.
Which is marvellous, isn't it? Because it means you're shopping, you're having fun, you're enjoying all of the bargains that we've got.
Sonia says I need to stop telling you the prices because it seems to be affecting your mood this morning. Maybe I'll just whisper them to you guys at home.
Yeah, Sonia's worried that I'm going to go now and fire off emails and say, do you know how much it costs us to make this stuff? What are you doing giving it away? So what I've done is taken a little bit of gilding wax, and I'm patting it onto the glass mat, because less is more with your gilding wax. Don't do what Joe suggested and stick your finger right in and scoop it out and rub it on. Just want a tiny little bit on there.
You want to do it though, don't you, when you look at it?
You do want to do it.
It's so shiny and unctuous and delicious.
It really does look like that. It looks like the best kind of ice creamy souffle. Now look there, you can see, look at the detail. So you pick up a little bit and you tickle the top of the card and burnish it on. Now I'm going to show you a couple of different ways you can use it, because I've already got one done. And you'll be able to see now here, look at this with the lace at the bottom. The detail is absolutely incredible. And you can see as I'm rubbing it on, I'm burnishing it into the card as well. And that gives it an extra little shine. So you can see how beautiful that is there. That's lovely, isn't it? Now you might want to go for not just an aged look like that with your gilding wax, where it picks out that beautiful 3D detail. You might want to go for a much more unctuous look, as Joe was just explaining there, where you want more gilding wax.
You maybe want to make it an eleganza extravaganza and just layer it up.
You might indeed, and which is exactly what I'm doing here. This is definitely an eleganza extravaganza.
Shantae, you stay looking at that, Leanne.
And there's no sashaying away over here,
I
Joe.
can let you know, I can tell you the stock is sashaying away as we speak, Leanne.
Now look, I'm putting loads on here and really burnishing it in. And what happens is it changes that piece of black card to actually look like craft metal. And I'll only do that little piece so you can see it. But look at that phenomenal result there. Now what you want to do when you've done that is get a bit of kitchen towel and burnish it up. Don't worry and think that you're going to be rubbing it away. You're not. It sticks to the card. What you do is you burnish away any tarnish, which just allows the beautiful, beautiful shine to come through.
Which one of the two you're using there? Is that the lace one?
Oh yes, the lace one.
Yeah, awesome.
And so when you burnish that up, it looks absolutely gorgeous and incredibly shiny. I mean, look at that. It just looks like real metal. It's,
the coverage
if you did the whole
is
piece.
sensational, isn't it?
And you've seen the tiniest little dab from the top to do that. You only need a small piece. Now to clean up, you need a tin of our stick away. And I want to show you because look, really dirty hand there. Stick away, quick little spray of that, the same towel, and it cleans away all of that gilding wax for you.
Fabulous.
So you can clean up. Same for your glass mat here. Give it a little spray, give it a rub, and the gilding wax is gone. So use your stick away to clean up after yourself when you've been using it. I've got a piece here already done, so I can show you how I'm going to put this together. And I'm going to tell you how I'm going to put it together, and then I'm not going to put it together because you don't need to see that. We're going to have a look at the other demonstration. So I've got that beautiful piece that's been gilded. You've just seen me do there. Look how beautiful, burnished. Lovely piece of glitter card. A nice little black card there. I've got an extra piece with a sentiment on, which I appear to have lost.
Oh, this is very classy, isn't it, this?
Looks nice, doesn't it? That must be a piece of card. Don't know where that is. Good job. So then you put an extra little bit of card down the bottom there with a nice white embossed, stamped without pigment ink, and embossed in a white powder.
Beautiful.
And you can see you've got that little thinking of you, a little ribbon around the outside there, and I think that looks like a really beautiful, classy creation. And with those types of cards, Joe, you can be making 6, 8, 10 of them in an hour.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's good for batch making, but having something that looks like you've spent ages doing it.
Great tip there. Mariah wants to know if the sandwich is the same for all the machines when you're using a 3D embossing folder.
Yes.
A question that I said I would ask you yesterday, I can't remember who posed the question, so you'll have to forgive me. Can you use the foil press with the Gemini Pro? Is there a way to make it work?
Not at the moment.
Not currently,
but we
okay.
have been receiving quite a bit of feedback from you to say that you want to do that. And we're talking about the large foil press plate there, not the small one. We'll never make the small one work in the Gemini Pro. That wouldn't be possible. But the larger foil press plate that we brought out that works in the Gemini machine, we are looking for a solution to allow you to do that, because we've had lots of you be in touch to say you would like to. So
awesome.
We're researching it.
And also I'm here with Leann all day pretty much. So my next show is a craft along with Craig. So I'll be up with Craig at 1 o'clock. But then me and Leann are back for Cartload together. And we're also back for the second instalment of the Craft Vault. So what I would say is, if you've got any questions like that, you know, sort of the real nitty-gritty product questions that no one else is going to know the answer to, have a think about them and put them over in our Cartload show. And we'll go deep with the product questions, if that's all right, Leann, in our Cartload show.
I can't think of anything I'd like more.
Absolutely, fantastic. Can't wait for that. Right, let me just recap what you're getting in there then. So you're getting that gorgeous lace one in there. I love how someone's used gilding wax over inks here, which is just not something I'd really thought of before now.
You have to, it's the law.
Right, over inks?
Yes, over your ink, it's absolutely the law. Look, I mean, look at that.
It's kind of just like, it almost looks like spot foiling almost. Yeah. It's gorgeous. And then we've got that gorgeous country garden. I mean, if you could put that on a card, no one's going to have any clue how you've achieved that, because it is so gorgeous. And then you've also got the beautiful antique gold. The antique gold reminds me of like a sort of, I don't know, like Tudor gold. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to Hampton Court Palace and you see all the brass everywhere. It's just beautiful, really, really lovely. We're going to move on. That is a great deal, and that is going very quickly. I need to share with you the Hexagons, which are our double-sided box dies. Double-sided box dies are fantastic. And the great thing is about having something like a hexagon, especially if you struggle to put the little cut the tabs for your boxes. That's the bit that would confuse me. And you've got loads of tabs on these, but it's all done and cut for you, which is fantastic. So it means one pass through, you've got your lid, you've got your base, boom, you're ready to go. You've got 2 different sizes in here as well, which is fantastic. And it's an awesome, awesome deal for you too, which is brilliant. So make sure you grab those. Now, before I go to the stamps and dies, I need to go back to the Crafty Fun collection. It's not going to last this show. I'm pretty confident. Half the stock of this has gone. Remember, oh no, it's not that one, is it? Sorry, I'm pointing at that one. It's this one here. Remember what you're getting in there. You're going to get those gorgeous stamps. You're also going to receive in here as well that Tools of the Trade, which is this one here. You're going to get the artist palette, and you're going to get that fabulous stylish stationery as well. So make sure you grab that. £8 or $13. It's a don't even need to think about it price there. So make sure you grab it. Over half's gone. I don't think it's going to be here in the later show. In essence, everyone's having a lovely time. It was the lace one, Hannah, the embossing folder that Leann was using there. The French lace one, very beautiful. Says Sarah. Mariah saying how much the Pro has been such a time saver. Penguins 88888 saying how beautiful that is, and Diane agreeing that it's beautiful as well. I don't think that was her christened name. Penguins 88888. Do you reckon it's 88888 because that's the noise that penguins make? What noise do penguins make?
That's genius.
Is it?
Yes.
Do they make an 88888 noise?
Well, they do now, Joe. I mean, I can't think of another noise that a penguin would make other than that.
No penguins in Newton Aycliffe. Not yet. It's cold enough though, Leann. It really is cold enough.
Although I do walk like a penguin. It's a true story. It was the bane of my life when I was at school. My feet are always 10 to 2.
Oh.
And so, because I should have been a ballerina. I've got them feet.
You tried to be a ballerina, didn't we? We all know how that went, Leann. You'll have to refresh us.
I did. I got expelled from the dance school at the age of 4.
Oh dear.
Heartbreaking, really. I mean, it's obviously I'm still talking about it. I'm 51. It's scarred me for life.
What is it? Because you kept doing something. What did you keep doing?
I kept twirling.
Kept twirling.
And they wanted me, and we were learning other types of dance at the time. I really enjoyed the twirling with the tutu, and they wanted me to tap tap shuffle. And I wouldn't focus and do the tap tap shuffle. I just kept twirling, and so they said, Mrs. Cragg's maiden name, Mrs. Cragg's, can you not bring Leann back because she's disrupting the rest of the class? She just won't stop twirling.
And that's it. That was it. And ever since then, you've danced to the beat of your own drum, haven't you, Leann?
I have.
I just want to quickly remind you what you're getting in this gorgeous... I'm not going to call it Santa's Kitchen. I mean, it's called that. However, it's recipes in here. And these are real, tried and tested recipes that work. And I can tell you they work because we've sampled them. And they are delicious. You've got everything you've got in there. That lovely big mug die. Also think about using those tags. I see Art Deco when I see those tags. They look like gorgeous Art Deco signs to me. So you've got the wonderful one in there with the hot chocolate. You've also got this one in here, which is those chocolate chip cookies. Yes, please. And you've got the one in here, which is going to do for you the homemade muffins. And I love this kind of almost like a Kilner jar, isn't it? Die that you've got there as well. Just looking at the prices again. We're going to be in trouble. Well, you wait until I tell you what club members are paying.
Is that a choice of, Joe?
Nope, not a choice of. You are getting all of them for that, right? And also, you're also getting 2 sets of ribbons in there as well, because you're going to get the gorgeous navy and blush ribbons and the lovely lilacs in there too. Platinum members, you can get this for £21.58 or £28.78. For context, one of the stamp and die sets is £14.99. For an extra £7, you're getting all 3 stamps and die sets, and you're getting the 2 extra ribbons as well. I mean, we may as well go home, hadn't we, Leann?
I mean, I think I'm wasting my time. The amount of time and effort we spend in product development, crafting these things, and then we're giving them away on Craft Vault. I have to say, I love a bargain. Just shop the bargain.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've got to interrupt you there, Tammy. Sorry, Leann. Oh. Tammy's just sent us a message. She said, are you saying unctuous, or am I mishearing you? We are saying unctuous. You're not going to believe this because it doesn't mean what it means here in the US.
Does it not?
So here it means like... If you saw a baby that had really chubby cheeks and really chubby legs, you'd say they were unctuous, like you want to just squeeze them and have a little nibble on them. That's what it means here, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well,
or like a really gooey chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Like a chocolate fudge cake with been warmed and all the icing's all runny and it's unctuous.
Unctuous, yeah, yes. With melted ice cream on it.
Yeah.
Well, it means something different in the US. Here it means a person who is excessively smug and pious, who gives insincere compliments like a snake oil salesman. We won't be using that one. Right, Johnny, scratch that one off the list, please.
We're not
Maybe we need to reclaim the word, Leann. We need to take the word back.
We take the word back,
yeah.
Absolutely we do. Now, this collection is fantastic, and I've got all sorts of little bits cut out in advance for you because I want to show you the versatility in this set rather than just focus on showing you one thing, because then you'll be able to see exactly what you're going to be able to do with everything when you get it home. This collection, for me, this Christmas is the collection I use the most for all of my handmade gifts that I left on doorsteps for loved ones that I couldn't see. So brilliant for that. But actually, for all of you in the USA, this set is fantastic for all of the bake sales, for teacher gifts, for all of the little, you know, when they do the little, I don't know what you call it. Tell me in the comments via Joe what it is you call it. Like, we've got the brownies here where the kids make all the cookies and they go around the estate with a basket selling them. It's brilliant for doing that. It's just honestly fantastic collection. So I'm going to do the first thing and stamp one of these recipes. So I've got my Finesse alcohol proof here and I'm just inking up. This one is the homemade chocolate chip cookie recipe. And all of these are tried and tested family recipes from staff at Crafters Companion, things that we've been making for years and years and years and years. So they absolutely are tried and tested. They're from family cookery books.
And then I love that they're in cups as well, because I've given up on grams now, you know.
Yeah.
I've given up. I've ordered some stainless steel, because in the UK we would normally measure, we would normally weigh rather than measure, wouldn't we, in the UK?
We would.
So we would do grams and kilos, and then you guys often do cups and tablespoons. Well, I've ordered stainless steel cup measures and stainless steel table measures. It's changed my life, Leann, I'm not going to lie. I can see now why you guys have always done it.
I haven't taken that journey yet, George.
Have you
Do you
not?
think I need to?
I'll tell you what, I'll get you some stainless steel cups and tablespoons, and you can, honestly, because you got a big bag of flour, you just put it in, shake it till it's level, and then throw it in your mix.
And that's it.
No measuring, no getting the scales. It's easy peasy. I love it.
Oh, I might be converted to that, Joe. Right, so I have got that stamped twice because I wanted to show you how you can make tags of varying length. Now I'm going to be making this fabulous tag here that has the little bow on the top. I really love that one.
Gorgeous.
Can be a birthday present. It doesn't have to be a Christmas present. It can be any time of year present.
Would that work well as a little slip inside a memory book as well,
Yes,
maybe, with that
perfect.
edge on it?
For journaling, absolutely perfect for that. And you'll see I've stamped on 2 different sizes of card here the same recipe. Now the tags come to you in 2 different pieces to allow you to vary the size of the tag that you make. So what you would do is stamp your recipe first, and if you want to make a tag which is very close to the size, then you can line up where you need that to be. And you can see there, what I've done is I've not cut my piece of card big enough at the top because the bow is dropping off from where I've stamped it. But let's just imagine there's a little bit of card there. And then I can take this one and line that up there, and then I would use my repositionable tape, run that through the machine and cut it out. Now it might be that I want to make a longer tag because I'm making a bookmark, for example, with a recipe on. So I can have my tag top there and my tag bottom here.
Nice.
And I can line that up. Now what I like to do at that point is with my ruler, just make sure that I'm getting them in a nice straight position. And then I just use my repositionable tape, hold them still, run it through your die cutting machine and cut out the tag. Now, look at that, I've lost my end, honestly. Terrible for doing that. Do you do that?
What, you done?
Lost the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, even though I've got a machine to help me stop me losing the end, I lose the end. Right, so I pop that on there like that. Now, I just want to show you another quick little top tip. Because what you might be wondering is, what happens when you cut that, Leann? What happens to all this card here? Well, let me show you, because you just need your craft knife at that point. And I've got my plates here, and run that through. So cutting that way, 3D4 out the way, Leann. Make the sandwich up. There we go. Run it through the junior. So at that point, you need your craft knife and craft ruler, and you're just going to trim away the card in between the tag top and the tag bottom. Now, we did that on purpose, and you know, to make it very versatile for you at home, because it means that you can now make these tags as long or as short as the piece of card you've got and the size of the plates you've got. So imagine it's in the Gemini Junior and you've got a 12-inch piece of card. You can make a 12-inch long tag for a scrapbook page, decorate it up top and bottom, and have your recipe in the middle. So brilliant for being able to do that. And now all you do is take your ruler and your craft knife. Join up those two little cut lines there and there with your ruler, with the metal edge. Always make sure you've got your metal edge. Cut down with your craft knife. Join the two up.
We need to be using the word scrumptious instead of unctuous, as apparently. There we go.
Fair enough. And you can see I would do that the same on the opposite side, and then I've got a really lovely recipe on a tag, and I've got the lovely decorative bottom and the nice rounded piece at the bottom as well. So that's how easy it is to use those two dies and the way they were designed for you to make you lovely long tags. I've just done that in 3 different colours. So I've got a lovely polka dot from a paper pad. I've got some of the other dies and stamps that come in the collection, and I've typed homemade cookies, Santa approved on there. Nice. With a little Christmas tree. If you're making them for Christmas, leave that out. If it's every day, it doesn't have to be about Christmas, present for any time of the year. Layer them up, tie them together with a little bit of ribbon and string, and then around the recipe that we've given you, layer that recipe up in a jar, just in a kilner. Do the rest of the ingredients as we've given you them. So I'm just going to grab my glasses example. Here we go. Talk you through it. So I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of caster sugar, melted butter, obviously not in the jar, you'll put that in when it gets in the pan. And then I've got my baking powder and my chocolate chips and my brown sugar as well, and then I need to put my egg in. So that's all built up. The recipe's on there for you, tied it round the jar, and that is now a really beautiful gift for somebody. They can put it all in the pan and make themselves some lovely chocolate chip cookies.
Perfect, absolutely perfect. And the great thing is you could actually even make them up. You could make a batch up, couldn't you? Give it with the jar and the recipe, so they know they've got something delicious they're going to have on their birthday. Maybe it's a birthday gift, but then they're going to have to be able to recreate it. They'll be able to recreate it really easily. There are companies in the UK as well that sell the jars. You can buy a jar with all the ingredients in and the recipe to do it. You'd be looking at about £15–20 for each one of the jars. I reckon from a dollar store or from, a discount retailer, you'd be able to buy the jars for about £2. The ingredients to go in it are probably about £1, £1.50 max, and then you've done it yourself. You've recreated it for a fraction of the price. You could even make them up and sell them yourself. I don't think there's anything to stop you doing that. If you're going for it, don't forget, you're not just getting the 3 stamp and die sets, you're also going to receive as well the 2 ribbon collections. So you're going to get the navy and blush, and you're also going to get the lovely lilac as well, which is this one just here. Both of those really lovely. They make a lovely gift for friends or family. What a lovely gift to send someone just to cheer them up as well. Just a little just because gift. I think they are absolutely beautiful for that. Right, I need to go back to the layering stencils next. Really busy here. How are we doing on the stock? 40% now on the layering stencils. How are we doing on the Sarah signature, Johnny? 60% of the Sarah signature has gone. Getting busy again on that. Let me take you through what you've got here. So you've got this one, which is your seamless argyle. Now the great thing about this is you've got 3 different stencils here. When you layer them up together, boom, this is what you achieve. Now, the great thing is about these, you don't need to use them all together. You can use the 3 individual stencils, which give you 3 different individual looks and feels, but all together, of course, you've got something fabulous, which I love. And you're also going to get this one in here as well, Sweet Love, which is that one, which is this one just here. And I think that is an awesome, awesome one. $5.59. Don't tell Leann. They were $7.99 when we did them each. You're getting them for $5.59. The other great thing is you're getting them for that. Platinum members, £4.47. Hang on a minute, shut the front door. They are less in the US than they are in the UK. In the US, they are $4.45, saving you $11.45, which is absolutely awesome. We've also got the birthday cards collection as well. We've all got them. We've all got a birthday. I actually had 2. I know, I've told you many times before. Let me share with you what you're getting in here. So you're going to get one of our beautiful double-sided dies, which is fantastic. So you're going to get that in there, which is brilliant. And then what you're also going to get in here is that's what that is going to create for you, which is a brilliant there. You're then going to receive as well this, which is your topper die, not topper die, sorry, edgeable die. This is brilliant. That is going to create this for you. So you're going to cut that into the aperture, you can cut it over the edge. There's absolutely loads of different techniques that you can do with that one just there. And then we're going to give you some stamps in there as well, which is fantastic. Now the great thing about this is that the double-sided die on its own should be £19.99 in the UK or $29.95 if you are in the US. Basically, as a platinum member, you get the die for half price, and we give you the double-sided die for half price, and we give you the rest of it included, totally free of charge. How awesome is that? How awesome is a craft vault? Is it not just like the best thing on our schedule for getting you awesome deals? I believe it is. We're also going to look now as well at the Chloe items that we've got on the show. What you're going to get in here is you're going to get the beautiful dress, which is that one as you can see just there, and you're also going to get the sentiment as well. The sentiments from the Rose Gold collection, which is awesome. If you're not paying the full price of the Chloe item, and we're giving you some signature items included free of charge as well. Really brilliant deals. It's why we are so busy. Very, very concerned now about the crafty fun. If it's in your basket, please do check it out because it is going to go very, very fast. We get to do this all again, Leann, at 7 p.m. in the UK or 2 p.m. Eastern time. However, I can't imagine that we're going to have the full complement. It'll be like going to an all-you-can-eat buffet, you know, and half the stuff's missing, and you're like, oh, I wish I'd stayed home. So don't miss out.
There's nothing worse than going to an all-you-eat buffet and somebody's eating all the banana fritters.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a banana fritter.
Do you? I don't think I've ever had a banana fritter.
Oh, what with syrup on?
No.
Oh, we need to change that.
Yeah, I've never had one.
And quickly.
Okay.
I love a banana fritter. Mr. C doesn't.
No?
No.
What's Mr. C's go-to dessert at the all-you-can-eat buffet?
Anything but a banana fritter.
Anything but banana fritter.
He really likes traditional sponge puddings and custard. So he likes apple crumble and custard, treacle sponge, jam roly-poly, spotted dick, sticky toffee pudding, that kind of thing. With anything with custard, basically.
Do you think all-you-can-eat buffets will be a thing that comes back? Do you think we'll be going to an all-you-can-eat buffet anytime soon? I was thinking about this the other day. Maybe not.
I think it's a while.
You touch a lot of stuff, don't you?
Yeah, you touch everything, and also you're breathing on it. I think it's
I'm
going
all
to be
for
a
a
long
la carte
time.
myself, anyway. So I'm here for the change.
Yeah, and you know what? There's nothing quite like a Toby Carvery.
Oh.
I love a Toby Carvery every now and then.
I'm going to have to explain to our US viewers what that is. A carvery is basically like an all-you-can-eat buffet, but for a Sunday roast. So roasted meats, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, and the chef carves the meat for you, and then he sort of puts it all on. I think carveries will be fine because in the summer, when I went down to Dorset and Cornwall, we were able to go for a carvery then. You just had to go up and you told them what you wanted, and they just passed it all to you, and then you left. So carvery's fine. Firmly on the menu, Leann.
I love a carvery, really. There's nothing quite like a Sunday afternoon, a carvery, a little glass of wine, a dessert. I mean, honestly. So we've got, anyway, back to what I was going to be showing
3, 2, 1, back in the room.
3, 2, 1, and here we go. Dusty bin. 3, 2, 1. No. 3, 2, 1. Trying to get it right. 3, 2, 1, dusty bin. I mean, honestly, that was risky, wasn't it? I think it was 3, 1, 2. Anyway, that.
Well, you were nearly there.
3, 2, 1. That one. Let's have a look at this fantastic stamp from Chloe. Now, I adore this. I'm just going to show you the finished result because I think when you see what she looks like, all coloured in and beautiful, elegant, beautiful stamp that, and usable for proms, for 16th, sweet 16, quinceañera in the USA. It's going to be brilliant for quinceañera, and you know all of those quinceañera. So that's
I'm
so
like
funny.
over here.
Let
You should see me on the other side. I'm going.
I just caught Joe's eye, and he's going.
What is quinceañera?
Quinceañera is
Do it again.
a quinceañera.
Quinceañera
is a traditional Hispanic celebration of coming of age of young girls, and they have it's a bit like a sweet 16th, but on a much bigger scale.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Sorry?
I didn't know about this.
Did you know? It's amazing. It's a huge thing over in the US. Well, anywhere in the world where, you know, in the Hispanic culture, it is such a performance. Beautiful dresses, all of the garlands, the whole family come round, full celebration. It's a wonderful, I think we should have it here, I think we should adopt it. It's a wonderful tradition, really. Love it.
The other one that I see, some friends of mine live in San Diego, and Cinco de Mayo is the other big celebration that I see them doing, big Mexican celebration, and that looks a lot of fun as well, Leann.
All of those. I mean, I just think we should every country should adopt everybody else's traditions and we should celebrate them all year round.
Every day would be a holiday. We'd never get any work done, would we?
Oh, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? We'd have so much just fun time to party and an appreciation of each other and our cultures, which I think is underutilized. Anyway, here we are back with a Chloe stamp, with this beautiful girl and ready for her quinceañera, her sweet 16th, her 18th birthday, prom, whatever it is. We're going to look at how to put her together. I think it's a really beautiful collection by Chloe, and depending on how you prefer to wear it, there are a couple of different ways you can do this. Here I've stamped her out already, and then you could line the die up over the top and cut her. Here we've cut her, and you could then stamp over that. Now, it just depends how you are more confident. There is not a right or a wrong way. However you get the best result is the way that you can do this without any argument about that at all. Just do what you feel comfortable with. And what I tend to do when I get a set like this at home is I'll try a couple of different ways. So I'll just get some scrap card, my ink pad, my die. I won't even matter if it's, for me, if it's a piece of, patterned paper that I don't love and I'm not going to be using again for a while. And I'll just stamp and cut, or cut and stamp, and just see what feels more natural for me with that particular collection, and then that's what I decide to do. And sometimes what I will do as well is just leave myself a little note in the package in my storage, just a note. I'll actually write myself a note which will say Leann, like I would forget my own name. Leann, remember you like to stamp then cut this one. And that means when I get it out the next time I know what I'm doing. So just a little bit of a tip for you, and I'm going to show you both ways so you can see which way you would prefer, and then we'll colour it in. How much time have I got, Joe? Have I got time to do that?
We've got about 8 minutes left on this show. It's right, you've got a good 6.5 minutes.
All right, I've got time to show you then. Because you want to see her coloured in as well, I think, don't you? You want to see a little bit of
she
colouring.
deserves to be coloured in.
Right, so you see, when I've done that, when I've stamped, because it's a solid die, I didn't quite get it 100% perfect down this side, but I don't mind that. I think it gives a nice little designer
I like it.
Drop shadow, actually, and so it's not the end of the world, and it's spot on perfect down that side there. So you can see it's, even though a solid die, quite easy to line up, but of course you could have her cut out and then line your stamp up over the top if you wanted to. And let me just show you that very quickly as well, to show you how I would do that, and then you can try both at home and choose which you prefer. So I've got my stamping platform, I've got my cutout person here, and then I've got my stamping platform there, and what I can do now is just move my paper underneath until I get it in a position where I think it's perfect with that stamp over. Now you can do it in that way, and that's because I'm using the legs. Actually, I often think, forget that for a game of soldiers, and I just get it straight onto my craft mat, and then idea. Now I've got the full golden shot movement where I can get that exactly where I want it for the perfect stamping position. Your platform is brilliant, doesn't have to always be used with the magnetic base when it comes to something like this. So you see, now if I ink her up, and this is why we gave you it unhinged, why we didn't want to give you a hinge stamping platform, because it gives you all of the flexibility.
Not just the stamping platforms that are unhinged here at Crafters Companion, let me assure you of that. I'll tell you that for nothing.
You tell me that for free. That's gratis to do for you, Leann. So we didn't want to give you it hinged, because when it's hinged, you can only use it in a hinged manner. Whereas when you've got it like this, you can, exactly as I'm doing here, use the golden shot technique and get it in the perfect position.
And also, I just don't feel like the hinged ones offer you the pressure where you want it, which is in the middle of the platform.
Yeah.
You end up with all the pressure down the left-hand side of your machine. It's like die cutting machines that have all the pressure on the outside edge by the rollers. That's not where you want to cut. You want it in the middle, don't you? You want to be able to line it up centrally and, be sure that you're going to get that perfect stamp every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's my 2 attempts there. So you can just choose which one you prefer. And actually,
I prefer the right-hand side there with the drop shadow.
Yeah. I am definitely much more efficient at stamping first and then cutting out than I am doing it the other way. And it's just because I didn't have my glasses on, I wasn't really over the top. But the other thing is as well, when you're doing that, what I'm doing is back here, so when I'm stamping, you don't see the back of my head. What I would do at home when I'm doing that is I would get right over the top of it. So I'd be like that, perched over it, so I'm getting a good vertical view, and that will allow me to get a little bit of a better alignment. So just choose whichever you prefer at home. I'm then going to get a piece of scrap card. So let's just use, I've got a piece down here, and I've got my tri-blends, and I've got my fair skin, which I'm going to start with and start colouring her in. And exactly as you've heard me say many times before, preserve your highlight. And in this case, the highlight is on the top of her arm, because that would be lighter than the under of her arm. And the same with her neckline, so it'll be darker under her neck from her chin, and then it will be lighter here on the décolleté, and then the same with her face. Décolleté.
Décolleté.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, it is a lovely word.
I know, I really do. I've been buying some décolleté cream. Because
I need some creams.
I need all the help
Leann
I can
came to
get.
the rescue this morning. I sent an emergency text to Leann. I said, Leann, I have come today. You know, because we're all really washing our hands loads again at the moment, aren't we? I'm using lots of hand sanitizer as well. Washing your hands like 2 times an hour at the moment. I don't know what had happened. They'd gone red raw and I had no hand cream. So I had to send an emergency text to Leann today and say, can you please bring me in some hand cream? And she delivered with 3 L'Occitane miniatures, which I've stashed as my work stash now, to the rescue. And then I said my makeup was making me look a bit ashy. She came through with some mineral veil to warm me up. So if you think I'm glowing today, we've got Leann to thank for that, haven't we? I mean, you've literally been my fairy godmother this morning.
I have this morning, haven't I? I have all of the things with us all of the time. You never know when there's going to be an emergency and you need
all the
something
things.
like that.
And then just before the show, I realised I didn't have any lens wipes. She pulled some lens wipes out of her bag as well. I mean, I'd be falling apart if it wasn't for Leann today.
I tell you what, I'm just like Mary Poppins, Joe.
You really are. You are the Mary Poppins of Crafters TV.
So you see, I've just used my Tri-Blend there and I've preserved the highlight, and so I've got that lovely shine on her arm. And then I just use a bit of my pink, baby pink illustrator, just to give her a lovely little blush. She looks pretty already. And
She's glowing.
Yeah, we haven't done very much to her.
That is a glow up, as the kids would call it.
Yeah, a glow up.
It's a glow up.
Is
Yeah,
it?
that's what it is.
Oh.
A glow up is where basically like a transformation where, you know, sometimes you put, you know, some people do those, here's me 10 years ago pictures, and sometimes they look brilliant, don't they? In the new picture, that is a glow up when you look better now than you did at a previous time.
Oh, I need plenty of glow up in my life. And
Sorry?
I need plenty of glow up in my life. So all I'm doing here now is I'm just using the pink from the Tri-Blend, whichever one this is. Which one is it? I can't remember. Pale pink Tri-Blend marker. I've gone in with the lightest, and I've done exactly what I always tell you to do. Is I've gone where there's going to be shade and left the area that's going to be the lightest and the furthest forward, preserved my highlight. So then I'm taking the middle tone and blending this down. So I've gone in with the light, so I've got wet ink, I've got my middle tone bringing that up there, and then my lightest tone brings that all together in the centre. And what that's done is build me a lovely dimensional shade on her dress with light on the elements that would be further forward.
Are you saying that you've given her
Chesticles?
lady bits on the front?
Chesticles. I was
So
trying
if you,
to be very
because if
delicate.
you coloured that flat,
Yes.
in all honesty, she wouldn't have
shape.
She wouldn't have shape to her bosom, no.
No, she wouldn't have shape. So that's what I've done. I've created that illusion of shape where it would be.
Shadiah thinks that L'Occitane hand cream is the bomb, by the way, as do we, don't we, Leann?
Yes, absolutely. Now, exactly the same for the folds in her dress. So you go where it would be lightest and so on and so forth. You've seen me do this so many times before. And then when we layer that together, just on a piece of patterned paper, use the sentiment that comes in, splash some ink on the side, and there she is.
Awesome. I think that looks absolutely brilliant. A lot of people in the comments talking about decoupaging up the ruffles in that dress with some maybe different mirror cards even. Really lovely idea. Going to whiz through everything you've seen. It's been really busy. You will get a chance to see it again later. You'll get all new inspiration as well. The Chloe dress, £13 or $15 if you want to get that. Platinum members, $10.40 or $12. Those embossing folders are fantastic. You pay for one of the embossing folders and the gilding wax. We send you the lot. I know. How generous is that of us? Don't forget about those double-sided box dies. The box die there alone should be $29.99 or $39.99, so a fantastic price for you on that. We've also got that birthday card collection. Again, the birthday card collection, $19.99. You should be paying just for the double-sided die alone. You're getting the lot there for the price that you can see. Those recipes are fantastic. Love those. I mean, Platinum members are paying for one stamp and die, and we're sending you everything else that you need there, which is awesome. We also had that signature collection. 3/4 of the stock is gone. We're almost at that
that point where there's as many of you trying to get it as we have stock available. If it's in your basket and you'd like it, you're going to need to check it out. And then we've finally got as well the layering stencils there as well. Half the stock of these have gone less than the cost of one to get all of them. Leann, me and you, cartload, we've got some awesome deals, haven't we?
We have. I absolutely can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be fun and bargains and banter and everything you need on an afternoon or a morning, depending on where you are.
Absolutely is. The category is bargains and banter for cartload. So make sure you join us for that. I'll be back here in an hour's time with the Hottie Scotty. So I'll see you then. Take care.